Welcome to this edition of FutureWorx. We're talking jobs, careers, and internships with Carolyn Ovitt, City of Fort Wayne. Welcome. And you are one of the largest employers in the area, certainly the city. Can you talk about the variety of positions on the city payroll?
Well, as a municipality, we have a lot of different things we get involved in. And in general, it might be helpful to understand really what municipalities are responsible for. So cities and city governments oversee the functions that citizens need to live. We provide things like clean drinking water, sewer services, trash and garbage pickup, recreation, street signs and lights, even parking spaces. We also, of course, provide public safety services such as law enforcement through our police department, fire protection, and even animal control. So you can see with all of these kinds of activities that our employees are involved with, there are a lot of kinds of jobs and very different kinds of jobs.
That is quite a portfolio. So, what are your greatest hiring needs through June of 2022? What are you looking for right now and through the forthcoming months?
We are really in need of mechanics. We need mechanics for all of the various city vehicles that are driven, cars, trucks, big equipment, even fire engines. Our mechanics work on those in various departments. We need engineers in both public works, which are the activities that generally take place primarily above ground. So when you see someone working in the street, if they're above ground, it's public works, and if it's below ground, it's city utilities. So we need engineers in all of those fields. We are looking for dispatchers for our call centers. 911 is a big part of our public safety, and we need dispatchers to assist police and fire in getting to our residents in time to maintain safety and save lives, really. We need office workers. We always need office workers, public safety academies. We recruit annually for both police and fire. Another field is electricians. So we have departments like traffic signs and building maintenance that uses electricians. The other big thing is truck drivers with a CDL.
Can you talk a little bit about your hiring process? Does it begin online?
It does begin online, and I can step just a little ahead of that to help you understand what happens inside our organization. So if somebody leaves or retires from a position, that hiring manager needs to fill that position. So they post it, and HR puts that right out on our website, and that begins the process. There's a need to be filled, a job that's vacant for some reason. Occasionally we create new jobs, but very rarely. So it's usually a vacant job that we post. You apply online, we gather the applications, and our hiring managers review the applications, select candidates they want to interview. Then they select the final candidate and make a job offer. Then the very last part of that is if the candidate accepts the offer, then we do a background check, a drug test or screening, and then if the job requires a physical for things such as a lift test, if your job requires you to be able to lift a certain amount of weight.
So when your HR team is reviewing an application or a resume, what are they looking for?
Really, we are looking for skills and experience and education that match the job description. So it all starts with the job description, and we work very hard to make sure that the job description is accurate. So we really are reviewing for a match between the resume and the information on the application and the job description requirements.
Carolyn, what factors might eliminate a person from being offered a job with the city of Fort Wayne?
Well, it would be you don't meet the job requirements. There's something missing, so it's not a match. a failed drug test, a background check that reveals a history that would create undue risk for the city. You might fail the physical, meaning if you have to be able to lift 50 pounds and carry it for 25 feet and you cannot do that. And another one that people really need to be aware of, and that is lying on the application. So, for instance, making statements about credentials that you're maybe in the process of getting but haven't completed yet or don't have. That will also cause the offer to be withdrawn.
Carolyn, the majority of people watching this interview with you are students. They are high school students, they're college students. What courses or classes would you suggest they take before they graduate that would enhance their chances of being offered a job by you in the city?
All of the STEM courses are very important: science, technology, engineering, and math. In addition, I would add business and communication. And I do have some advice too here, and that is to make sure you know yourself and develop your self-awareness. Invest in your strengths. What are you really good at? Because everyone's really good at something. What talents do you have that produce excellent results? And you can see that already. Are you adaptable? Are you able to focus easily? Are you analytical or empathetic or systematic? Those are all attributes that can be grown into strengths as you reach your career and begin to take steps in getting a job, moving into a career. So just a little advice there of really attaching to what you're good at and working hard to make that even better.
As a student steps into that um, job search arena, do you recommend them listing extracurricular activities such as athletics, band, or community service? Does that enhance their chances of being hired?
I think it does. I think it suggests a well-rounded person. And the things that we know happen with athletics and band kinds of organizations and participating in those is it helps you learn about teaming, working with others. It builds your confidence. It gives you endurance and discipline, and even helps you be a good strategic thinker because you have to think ahead and plan for both athletics and band. As far as community service, that's a really important one, especially as you're thinking about working for the city, because we are all about our community. And when you participate in community service, you're serving the community, and that's the mission of the city organization. So our employees serve the community. And as an employee, you not only serve the community, but you are the community because you come from community membership. So it gives you a special edge to be connected already to our community.
Okay, let's move away from jobs and careers and let's talk a little bit about internships. Does the city offer paid and unpaid internships?
Yes, we do. We have internships that are specifically designed to result in full-time employment. As a matter of fact, at least two of them are engineers and electrician internships. Uh, are That's our primary recruitment methodology. So that's how we get employees.
I also understand that the mayor has an advisory council of youth. Can you talk a little bit about that? And that's not an internship, but a different type of relationship with students of this city.
It is, and it's really a wonderful program for high school students, and I strongly urge people to take advantage of this program. Every year, we have 20 high school students from all around the city, and they create a civic engagement community project together and work on it. There are qualities that are looked for when we're selecting these students, and things like respect and compassion and engagement and openness to diversity and courage and commitment and those kinds of things. So it's the members really gain a lot of knowledge about how government works, both locally and statewide. They're exposed to a lot of how government works. And it's an opportunity for them to learn more about the community that they live in and contribute.
Carolyn, is the city of Fort Wayne committed to hiring a diverse workforce?
We absolutely are. There's a couple of reasons. There's a business perspective and a shared humanity perspective. The business perspective is one that says when we have more diversity, we increase our talent base and we enhance our diversity of thought, which makes us better decision makers as we serve the community. We increase creativity and innovation when we have diverse employees, and it improves our customer service and our insights about what different segments of the community want and need and how to effectively reach them. From the shared humanity perspective, we want to make sure as the city of Fort Wayne that we provide ways that allow everyone across multiple types of differences to participate and contribute, have a voice, feel connected, and belong. And that's an important foundation for our employee culture. That is what we see as a city organization.
Do you have a need for job candidates who can speak a second language?
We really do. According to statistics, over 12% of our residents speak non-English languages. We have 6,000 Burmese residents in Fort Wayne, and we have a large need for both Spanish and Burmese-speaking employees. But we absolutely are always looking for people that can speak other languages. It's very, very helpful to us in our call centers, in our service areas where we interact most with community members.
Carolyn Ovett, City of Fort Wayne, thank you so much for talking about jobs, careers, and internships. We appreciate your insight.
You're welcome. Very nice to be here. Thank you for inviting us.